It's game time. Game time. Game time. We winning, we winning, we winning, we winning. It's game time. Game time.
Hello. Welcome back.
Welcome.
We're now in podcast season 3, and it's the official start of GG9. Here, coming to you, is this season's champion.
That's me. Amari Christmas to my homies. Shout out to Zeke. Shout out to MV Pat.
And here's his trophy.
My baby.
And then here's my trophy for getting last place. It is me, Matthew, owner of Ray's Bays. Rest in peace. I wore my 9th place shirt, even though it's not 12th place. It's kind of conveys the same picture. All right. So welcome. We're going to talk about the offseason today. Let's see. So we're going to talk about our offseason recap. Our first challenge was the playoff challenge. How did that go, Grant?
All right. For the playoff challenge, you all know we saw one of the most boring Super Bowls in history. But, you know, the most boring team in the NFL, the Patriots, won, and the most boring owner picked the Patriots, and that was Ethan.
You got to respect the Patriots.
Got a +1 for that one. And unfortunately, fortunately, Noah picked the Seattle Seahawks and ended up
what a doofus
regretting that decision, right? Sorry, Noah.
He got 12 points for that one. The only opportunity to get -1 this year in the offseason that we did was the Antonio Brown sweepstakes. And for those who guessed the correct team, they would get -1. And as we all know, he went to the Oakland Raiders. People who correctly guessed that were me first, obviously. And then everyone followed suit. That was Ethan, Cece, Zach, and Brandon. And so those people got -1. So if you're keeping score, which I know you're not.
Yep.
All right, and the next was March Madness.
March Madness, congratulations to the University of Virginia beating, Bennett Brothers, Texas Tech. But the winner of our March Madness bracket was myself, 2-time champ so far this season. Well, I guess last season. But anyway, and last place for the March Madness tournament was, oh, sorry, Holmes. You couldn't crack that one, Sherlock.
All right, and for the final leg of the offseason, we decided to do another Smash Bros. Tournament, but this year we made it a little different. So, what we did was we made a me for everyone, and I'm sure you've seen all your lovely faces created on there. Zach's, yours looks great. Brandon, gotta love it. There's some other good ones. Holmes is well represented, I thought. But, so what we did is we set up a tournament bracket, and it was, in the first round, you were randomly assigned, emphasis on the random, to, there are 4 games in the first round, each with 3 contenders. And basically, if you got out first in your match, in your first round match, you would go into the loser's match. If you got out second, you would go into
its own group of 4.
Yeah, its own group of 4. So, like, if you got out first, you're competing for 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. If you get out second in your first round match, you're competing for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. All right, it makes sense. If you have any questions, you can ask me. All right, and the winners would move on up in the real tournament bracket. And we got all the footage for that, and we'll show you.
stupid. That really boned me so hard.
I'm writing it down. CC.
And so we'd like to congratulate. Not really. It's with a heavy heart that we have to congratulate Noah for winning this tournament. Such a disappointment, honestly. I don't like that guy.
It's because he had the shortest assigned.
Yes, it's very
He
hard
had
to
low
hit
center
him.
of gravity.
But
He did have to play Zach. That made sense.
what does bring a little joy to my heart is that the last place finisher in the Smash Bros. Tournament was, as you saw, Ethan, and there's a very funny story behind that.
Yeah.
But
It was completely fair.
It was completely fair and random, and if you want to still argue that, Ethan, you can, but I won't listen, and it doesn't matter at this point. Okay, so that's all we have for the Smash Bros. Tournament. So now we got the final off-season score. Let's start with last place.
All right. So for last place, with a whopping 34 total points, which is a combined 11th place finish, another 11th place finish, and a 12th place finish. That goes to you, Holmes. Sorry, man.
That's got to be pretty historically bad. And
Yeah.
as owner of the worst season in Gametime greatness history, I know about historically bad seasons, but off-season doesn't really matter that much, so mine hurts more. Okay, 11th place was Brandon with 26 points.
Going up to 10th is Cece with 25 points, barely beating Brandon out by 1. Just barely squeaked by.
And next is Jake with 23 points.
Then lucky Mr. Noah with 19.
After Noah, we've got Jack with 18.
And then a tie for the 5th and 6th place spot is Jarvis and Ethan with 16 points.
But since Ethan had the worst
Totally fair, though.
GG8 finish, he gets to pick ahead of Jarvis. So,
Yes.
and then coincidentally, the next is a tie between myself and Grant. And since I obviously had the worst season than this one, I get to pick ahead of him. And so after Matt is
Mr. Cole Bennett at 13 points. Just barely getting ahead. Probably going to get to keep the same 2 players.
And for those of you keeping track, that means the winner of the off-season was good old Zach. Congratulations, Zach, with 10 points. You had a pretty good off-season.
I don't know. He did kind of choke in the championship game. Sorry, Zach.
So really,
But you get to redeem yourself.
you get to choose between probably Gurley and Hill, and then if you want them both, well, it's up to you. You can have them both because you get.
Please do.
Yeah, I mean, you could take first pick if you want. As you know, this order that we just announced is for picking your draft spot. It's not where you're going to draft.
So as soon as this podcast is released, we will officially have begun Gametime Greatness Season 9.
Woohoo!
So good luck to everybody.
Good luck to me.
Your draft order will be posted up on the screen, and
I just
we will
curse myself. No.
and we will get the draft order figured out. So good luck to everybody.
Pick your keepers.
It's game